All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another live Back to Viz Basics how-to. We are in week 9, and we are exploring Viz in Tooltips. So let's go ahead and get started. Right, so first and foremost, just some housekeeping things to go over. So everything that you need to know about the Back to Viz Basics community project is here on the Back to Viz Basics page on the Tableau Student Guide website. So if you have any questions on how to participate and join our bi-weekly challenges, you can check them out here. So here we are with week 9, Viz in Tooltip. We're going to go through a live how-to demo of how to build a Viz in Tooltip. And I'll talk about some of just the features and added benefits of using them. On this page, we also have everything from our previous challenges. So we've been running this community project we're in our 4th year right now. So we have a lot of great data sets and challenges that are out here. So I think we're close to over 100 different data sets that live on data.world. So I definitely want to go ahead and check those out. Our schedule's here if you have any questions. And I'm really excited to share that we do have a new team member that joined Back to Viz Basics. So Victory Omavra is one of our new leaders for Back to Viz Basics. She will be helping us create challenges, source data, as well as another blog that we're going to be launching as well today. So if you're not familiar with our team, there's me, there's Shreya, and there's Victory. So on our website here, I have links to Shreya's tips and tricks that she shares. So if we check those out, with every challenge that we put out there, Shreya will release some awesome tips and tricks. So here's just kind of an example of what those look like. So if you want a little extra information on how to improve your visualization, you want to check out these tips and tricks. And new today, we actually haven't shared this out yet, but Victory is going to be writing a blog post that we're calling Beyond the Basics, to highlight a standout Viz for each challenge. So here you can see her blog post for this week, and she just kind of does a deep dive into, what makes this Viz stand out, and just calls out some of the, the layout, the colors, responsiveness, things like that. So all pertinent to our topic, and just a lot of extra great information there. So we're really excited that Victory is here and already making an impact on our project. Finally, just some other housekeeping things. We do have a suggestion box form. Just lost my mouse. Come on. Oh, 1 second here. I swear every time I do these live, something always happens where something goes wrong. Last time my camera didn't work, but we still got through it. All right, we do have a suggestion box here if you want to check that out. And don't forget to fill out the submission tracker. This is a great way to just keep track of your progress, as well as check out what other people are submitting as well. So fill out the submission tracker, share your visualizations on LinkedIn, on X, Blue Sky, wherever you like. And then when you fill out this form, it powers this dashboard that lives on my Tableau Public profile. And this is just a great way to see what everybody else is submitting. And like I said, it helps you track your progress as well. So we can filter all the way back to our previous years and just kind of see the collection of visuals that we have for each challenge. All right, I think that kind of sums up all of the housekeeping stuff. If you ever have any questions, Tableau Community Slack. Back to Viz Basics is now in the Tableau Community Slack as well. So that was announced at Tableau Conference. It's a great way for the community to come together in a Salesforce product through Slack. We do have our own dedicated Back to Viz Basics channel there. So share your visualizations there, chat with us there, ask questions, comment on other people's vizzes. That's a place for all of us to collaborate and share together. So please check that out. On the next one, I'll actually pull up the Slack so we can check that out. All right, jumping into our dashboard for today. So I actually forgot that I had this live today, and so I was caught a little bit off guard when I saw that the live started and I wasn't even at my computer. All right, so let's take a look at our data. So here we're looking at our digital quality of life index. If we just jump back into data.world really quick, we do have all of the definitions for all these different metrics. So, pay attention to that in data.world. This is where we host our data. you'll want to check out to make sure you just understand the different definitions behind the metrics that we're using. All right, so let's talk about Viz and tooltips and what they are and how they work. All right, so I'm just going to hop into our first worksheet, and I'm just going to bring out, let's just bring out our region for now. And I'm just going to build a simple bar chart that, let's just look at our internet quality, our average internet quality for our different regions. So let's take up the entire view. And we'll just show our marks here. All right, simple bar chart, nothing crazy here. But right when we hover over, we always get this automatic tooltip that Tableau shows us. So right, it's showing us that we hover, it's showing the region and the average internet quality. So it's basically repeating what we have in our bar. What I do like about this, though, is that we can automatically add other things to our tooltip to kind of add that extra detail. So maybe we want to add in our average hourly wage, maybe our internet affordability average, as well as our internet. Oh, we already have internet quality, maybe our mobile internet price. All right, and now when we do that, right, now we can see that it's already added some more detail to our chart, which is great. You know, or to our tooltip. So as a simple table, this is great. Gives me some extra information just in the tooltip there. There's so many different things that we can add in here, which I really like, and we can really customize it. But what we're focusing on this week is our Viz and tooltip. We can actually add a worksheet into this tooltip to show another visual. So while these little charts are okay, right? It's maybe we want to actually see, you know, kind of how the bars look. So let's go ahead and just build another worksheet. Maybe we also do. So let's bring out our region, and then let's bring out some of these other measures. So we'll bring out, like we just said, internet quality. Maybe we'll do, let's just do hourly wage. Actually, didn't we just do internet quality on the other page? We'll change it out for internet affordability. And then let's bring out our year as well. Let's bring out one more. Our average mobile internet cost. All right. Now, I would probably format these, but just in a quick video, right? So now we have this extra table here that has a lot of our other little detailed metrics in it, and we actually have it by year, which is kind of cool. So let's go ahead into our sheet, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go edit this tooltip. Now, I don't want all these other things in here. Maybe we'll just keep the region label, but now what I'm going to do is just go to another line, and under insert here, right, we have this insert button. Under insert, I can go to sheets. It's the very first one, and I'm going to grab my sheet 2. Obviously should have named these a little bit better, but I'm going to drop my sheet 2 in here, and it's going to populate with this kind of the syntax here. It's going to be the sheet name, the max width, and the max height, and then it's going to be the filter on all fields. So when we edit this filter, when we say all fields, it's going to filter by what we're hovering over, and then the max width and max height is kind of the space that we're giving that tooltip. So let's see how this looks when we hover. All right, so when we hover right away, we get this Viz is too large to show. And see how it's already filtering for the region that I have? So maybe we can remove that region filter, and then let's add a few more pixels to the width. So let's get rid of this region filter. Let's go into our tooltip back here, and let's bring up the max width to, I don't know, let's just try 700. All right, and there you have it. As we hover, now we get this extra detail. So we have our average internet quality by region, but then we have this detail viz in tooltip that gives us a little bit more into our internet affordability, hourly wage, and mobile internet price as we hover by year. All right, let's just do another example here. So we have our internet quality averages by our region. But now that we have year, maybe we want to show what that internet quality looks like over our years. I'm just going to turn this into a bar, show our labels. I'm just going to make this discrete. Probably need to show averages here. Yeah, there we we go. Tell it to take up the entire view. Let's just highlight the highest value here. So we're just going to write a color calculation. So we'll say if max. All right, so we're coloring our one bar, one color. Let's make that this bright blue, and then we'll make all these other ones a light gray. So I just wrote a calculation to dynamically color the highest bar one color. All right, so now that we have our worksheet, we're going to go in and insert worksheet 3. Let's see how that looks when we hover. All right, and it all fits. All right, now I probably want to make this just a little bit more stand out, so let's hide that label. I think we can keep all the formatting there, but maybe on our region, just to make this stand out a little bit more, we make that a little bit bigger. Maybe we make it a little bit more bold. All right, so now when we hover, right, now the region really stands out when we hover, and it's giving us that detail over time. So overall, for the 4 years, we can see that Africa's internet quality was at 0.059. But then as we hover, we can see that it had a pretty high value in 2021, but then significantly lowered from 2022 to 2024. That seems to be a common trend across all of our charts here. A little bit more in the oceanic region. South America, not too much of a change. So Viz and Tooltips, there's really a lot that we can do with them. I actually want to say that people don't use them too often and try to cram a lot of charts onto one page. So I think, if you're looking to add a little bit more extra detail to your visualizations and not just show a table of numbers or the tooltip of numbers, incorporate a Viz and Tooltip. It's a great way to add that extra context, create a little bit more white space on your dashboards rather than overcrowding it with every single chart possible. That is all that we have time for today. Remember to follow along with these videos. We do them with every challenge. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and LinkedIn. Remember to share your visualizations. It's a great way to get feedback and just continue to improve your data viz skills. And like I said, that is all that we have. If you have any questions, please reach out to us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Blue Sky, or the new Tableau community Slack. We would be happy to answer them. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.